What if the key to happiness is from discovering who you really are? Wouldn't that be something? In this video, we're going to discuss really discovering your key to success, your key to happiness, because isn't it what it really is all about after all? I've learned that the journey of self-discovery really entails one big thing. And you might ask, what is that thing? I've learned that it truly is following one's calling. See, for many of us, we've never fully identified our calling. What is it that we want to do? What is it that we want to put out there? What is the impact we want to have? What's the name we want to create for ourselves? We really want to stand out as an individual. A lot of times we look at the past to let that dictate who we're going to be, or the fear of the future, of what's to come, or what's happened to an individual that we might have known, or a family member, something that's happened, and allow that to be something that really restrain us from living out our calling. See, when something is birthed inside of you, and you know that to be your truth, you know that to be the very thing that speaks to you, that enliven you, that makes you just get giddy inside and just say, oh, the possibility of that coming true. When something stirs so deep within that it brings you, joy and excitement and some fear, that's something that you can't ignore. That's your passion, that's your calling, something you've prayed about, something God has hand delivered to you. Those are things that, regardless of what's happening in your surrounding, you got to hold it sacred, because that's your calling. How many of us, midway through our lives, doing all the things, parenting and so on and so forth, but never really identify what is your calling, your true calling, the thing that brings you life? See, in today's video, I really want us to stop to think about that. You do not want to go through your life without knowing what your calling is, what your passion is. And when I say calling, I don't mean what you do for work. I don't mean being a parent. I don't mean being, your views of your religious views of or any of that. It's all encompassing. Your calling, what I've learned, whatever your calling is, your passion, it will never put you in a situation where you're uncomfortable, when you can't talk about it, when you feel some type of way. That's not your calling. If you're doing something that you feel like is going against your grain, if you're in a situation, in a job, in a relationship, whatever, you feel like you're compromising who you are to be there for that paycheck, or to exist, or to be in this, acceptance, my friends, that is not your calling. That is not where you need to be. That is not where you should be. Your calling, the thing that brings you life, brings you joy, brings you peace, brings you excitement that you can talk about for days, the thing that you want people to remember you for, those are things you can't ignore, regardless of how it looks. Those are things that you have got to capitalize, put effort in, do the research to bring it to life. See, I speak to a lot of people that says to me, Berta, truly, there are things that I envision doing or I've wanted to do, but life gets in the way. Some things you got to let them go by the wayside, but just the thought of it, and you can see that the person is transforming right before your very eyes when they're talking about the things that's important to them. I was just recently having a conversation with someone, and oh my gosh, it was like a transformation like right in front of my eyes as we were talking. And I said, then why aren't you doing that? She said, life gets in the way, and I don't know, I wouldn't be that good. Don't count yourself off before you give it a good fair trial. Don't do that. Your calling, your passion, your joy. Capitalize on it. Make it happen. Tell yourself that you are not taking no for an answer. Believe in yourself. See, if your calling is to, I know people, I've always wanted to open a bake shop. What's stopping you? Is it really money? Couldn't we be that much more resourceful to make things happen? I beg to differ. I beg to differ. Whatever it is, whatever the goal is, whatever you feel you would be your best version of yourself, you can truly express who you are. Put yourself out there without even speaking to someone. They could see it. That's a passion, my friends. Too many of us are living our lives well middle age, acting like we've got years and years and years and not fulfilling on the things that matters to us. Stop that. Whatever it is that matters to you, take the initiative. Take the bull by the horn. Be so hardcore on yourself, on fulfilling on your dreams, that you don't give an excuse. You don't give yourself a way out. You find a way. You create a way. You be resilient and just realize that, this is my time. Claim it. This is your time, because it really is. It's your time to shine. It's your time to evolve. It's your time to live out your dreams. Think about it. If you don't, who will? If you don't, who will? Too many times we said, I'm on a journey. I want to evolve. I want the years to be different. I want things to look different. Don't wait. It's not like this miracle's going to happen and all of a sudden things are going to fall into place. The life that we get to have, we've got to make the effort of living it and bringing the things that we have in our minds out there in the world. See, everything is created twice. It's invented in our mind. In our mind, we're thinking about it, we're envisioning it, we're seeing it. We know what it would look like, what it would feel like. We understand that. We have a clear vision. That's your power to create. God has ordained in giving that to you. What are you creating with it? The journey of self-discovery starts through the creation, the very things that's in your mind, the very things that you're thinking about, that you're excited about, that you want to bring to life. Bring it to life. Stop holding back on yourself. Some of you might consider taking a personality test, your interests, your values, your strength. Take a personality test. They're online. They're everywhere online. That way you could really get to see, okay, what area of my life that I want to bring forth. Something to consider. Because whatever it is, you'll get clarity. And sometimes without clarity, we find ourselves, kind of in limbo. My friends, I don't want you to be in limbo anymore. Self-discovery. Find out what matters to you. If you have an interest about something, Google it, take a test, go find a podcast that's talking about it, but really learn to get out of your comfort zone. Stop saying no to your dreams and yourself, and speak your truth. Write your story, your book, whatever it is. Nothing's impossible. Nothing is out of reach. Too many of us are not discovering ourselves and waiting to be discovered. The power lies within you. Self-discovery starts with knowing yourself, owning your craft, know who you are, what you're all about. Reading the books, doing the journaling, doing the internal work, taking the test, whatever it takes. Don't stay undiscovered. The journey of self-discovery starts with you. You have what it takes to create whatever it is that you want to be created. When it's all said and done, what do you want to be known for? Start from that place. Take it up a notch. Start creating from there. And the passion, the joy, the excitement, it will all find you because it exists within you. I want to encourage you to bring it out. Don't be afraid. It's not too late. You haven't missed your time. The time is now. Take advantage of it. I'd love to hear what it is that you're creating, what you're up to, what it is that you might want support in. There's nothing new. You're not alone. You're on a journey of self-discovery, of growth and development. I hope this finds you well. I hope this gives you some nuggets, some things to think about in your own discovery, because you do have the time. And I want you to take advantage of it and make the most of it. You can do it. You certainly can. You have everything that you need. You have what it takes. You just got to believe it. I believe it for you. I want you to believe it for yourself. I hope this finds you well. As always, be good to yourself and be good to others. Share, like, subscribe. Share this with someone else. Let's really be in the discovery of growth and development in this elevation journey. I will see you next time, my friend. Be well. Take care.